Welcome back everybody to another video. And what I have going today is I hadn't posted up yet, but I will post up those measurements for the chicken, not for the chicken, for the shrimp scampi. Okay, but I have another recipe that I want to show you too, and I'm going to show you all the ingredients here. This is going to be a sweet dish. We're going to make something sweet again. So what this is going to be is using my main ingredient, okay? And my main ingredient is the sweet potatoes. So I have a whole sweet potato here. It's just a large sweet potato, either two medium ones, just to make about 2 cups, okay? And that's what it looks like. So I just have it sitting there because we're going to mix that up with the mixer. And so let me tell you all the ingredients, what we're going to do, how we're going to put in there. First of all, let's do the dry ingredients. Okay, so here we have all-purpose flour, and I have about 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And in the flour, I put in my baking soda, I put in baking powder. I'll put up the measurements later for you guys. I'll put it up there. Baking powder, the baking soda, I keep mine in the fridge so it'll stay moist. And then we're going to add some salt in there, your preference, sea salt or regular salt, but I am going to lessen it a little bit from 1 teaspoon to 1/4 of a teaspoon. And then of course the cinnamon I'm going to put in the flour, okay, and mix that up there with the ingredients I'm showing you now. And then the sugar is going to go in there, and we're using 2 sugars. We're using brown sugar because we're going to have a topping. So it's going to be a pineapple sweet potato crumb cake. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be because we're going to put pineapple in there too. Okay? And then for the sugar, like I said, I'll put those measurements up there. But this is 2/3 of a cup that I have in here. So we may not even have to use that much, or we might need to use more. But I will definitely let you guys know. And then as far as the pineapple and sugar, actually this is the other one because I showed it to you guys before. The Dole crushed pineapple, and I usually get the one that says in its own syrup. You know, it's not, well, this one is in heavy syrup. See, this one does have a heavy syrup, so it's sweeter. See, so we may not have to put so much sugar in here. Okay? But that's the pineapple, okay? And then the eggs. Well, this calls for, this is like 2 cups. And then we're mixing, you know, making the cake part of the crumb part too. But this is the flour. We just kind of like do that separately. But this sweet potatoes are actually going to go inside the flour too. See, so we're going to be using an electric mixer for that. So we're going to come back and when we switch out. And then we're going to have our topping. Our topping is going to be out of brown sugar and flour and butter. And so I have about 2 or 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Your preference if you want to use the salted. And then we're going to add maybe about 2 tablespoons of the flour. And then for the brown sugar, we're going to add, I think I have a 1/3 of a cup here. I have a 1/3 of a cup of the brown sugar. Now this is for the topping. That's why I say when we come back we'll get all that together. And then we're going to add pecans in it, okay? Because that's what it's going to be called. It's going to be pineapple pecan sweet potato crumb cake. And then I thought what would be nice to add in there too is some of the golden raisins. Yeah, I think we're going to add some of those in there too. That would be good. And the pineapple. And then there's a few more things that we're going to add in there. We're going to add in some half and half for the milk. We're going to add half and half. And we're also going to add Carnation evaporated milk. So it's just going to be like, no, that's not what we're going to use. We're going to use half and half. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use half and half. But what I did was, we're going to use about a 1/2 cup of the half and half, right? Right. And the other part is going to be the whipping cream, the heavy whipping cream. Okay, but it's all going to combine to make 1 cup. is what I'm saying. So I just used like a half of this and pour that half inside here. See? And there we got our whole cup. And that's going to be our cream mixture there. And I think that's all the ingredients. And then for the, except for, we are going to put some canola oil in there. I mean, it's your preference. You can use the vegetable oil, but the canola oil it makes it a little more moist. So you might want to use that one. But it's, like I said to you guys, it's all your preference. So I have here, for that, I have about 1/3 of a cup. But we'll see. We'll put the exact measurements what they are. And so that looks like it. That's what it is for right now. So what we need to do now is just go ahead and get our electric mixer and go ahead and beat up our sweet potatoes. Do those first. And then adding into them, I think we should add just a little cinnamon, even though the cinnamon's in the flour as well. It's in there too. But I think, and I can actually kind of do that now, dashes. Just sprinkle some in there. You know, just kind of get a flavor. And another thing that we could add in there too, also, is the allspice. We could do that. I think we will. Let's add some allspice in there too, because I'm thinking of, you know, my pies, how I make my pies. So, you know, we're kind of, you know, like we're making my sweet potato pie. Just, you know, we're not, but, you know, it kind of matches up, you know, with the ingredients and stuff. So we're just going to play by ear like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead, switch out here so we can go ahead. I'll have this beating up. I'll have it beating up. The flour's already kind of mixed up. And then we'll just add in the rest of the ingredients. So stay tuned and we'll be back. Okay? Stay tuned.